Hey guys, it's a new season. It's Road America, week 1. You guys know the drill. I'll show you guys the lap and then I'll talk you through afterwards. Okay, so after the final corner, I use up enough hybrid that will get me up to 270. There you go, 270, and that's the aim for every lap. Sometimes it'll be a bit more, a bit less. Now coming up to turn 1, this one's a really fast corner, really fun, but you've got to dive in there, try and get an early apex as well. Just makes it easier to get on the throttle a lot quicker. For turn 2, I just start to brake just before the one on the left comes out of view. Again, a slightly earlier apex, the car rotates quite nicely to be fair on throttle, so it shouldn't be too much of a problem. Just remember I am using a high downforce set, so turning for me is going to be a little bit easier than if you're not using, or if you're using a low downforce. Brake at the number 2 for turn 3, quite easy to get some understeer on here, especially on throttle, so be careful. Next corner coming up is quite difficult to brake for, just make sure you don't lock up the rears, very easy to do that. Easy on the throttle as well when you come around here. This is full throttle here, so very simple. This next corner is not too bad, although I do mess up the corner a little bit. I turn in slightly earlier than I need to. The next corner, carousel, is very fun. This being a high downforce set, this is for you to take advantage of the other guys with low downforce. You can see there my slowest point was a 206, and if you get the angle right, you can do a 210. You can see I boosted up to about 270. Whereas it sort of varies between 270 and 280 depending on how much hybrid I've harvested. Next corner coming up isn't a difficult corner, brake at the 3, but it's very easy to get a little bit carried away and get on the throttle too early and get an off track just there to the left. And now all you have to do is worry about for the last corner. So set yourself up on the left, again take it easy, it's very easy to get a little bit mid corner understeer through here. But get on the throttle just before the apex and again boost up to 270 kph. And just take note of the hybrid bar to the right of the wheel. You can see there it's roughly in the exact same position as it was at the start of the lap as well, which is what you have to try and aim for every lap. You don't want to be using too much hybrid to get a fast lap and then ruin yourself for the next couple of laps. That's not how it's meant to work. You need to try and be obviously being fast, but at the same time being conservative with your hybrid usage. I think being in a ballpark of gaining 3% or gaining or losing 3%, roughly thereabouts, isn't too bad. I think if you're losing about 2% a lap, yeah, you might be thinking, okay, then after about 5 laps, that's 10% you've lost, but by that point you will be catching up to the GTEs anyway, which will throw a spanner in the works of your hybrid harvesting. So yeah, I'd say aiming for something like that isn't too bad. So this being a high downforce set, obviously I'm going to be a little bit susceptible. Well, I'm going to be weak on the straights. Well, I say weak, I mean, yeah, I've seen people doing, obviously in some practice servers, doing like, they'll be reaching, they'll be about 3 to 5 kph faster than me in the straights, basically. So, you know, that's definitely something I'm going to need to be careful of, but at the same time I need to be taking advantage of the fact that my cornering speed is going to be about 1 to 2 kph faster. So I mean, who knows. I mean, finding a bit more speed definitely helps, especially with hybrid usage, because it means that you don't have to use as much hybrid when you're coming onto the straights. So me, I might be using 15 to 20 on a certain straight, whereas to get to maybe 285, whereas they would be using roughly the same or maybe 1 or 2% less to reach like 290. So, you know, they're losing a little bit in the corners, but they could be gaining that and more so back in the straights as well. So I don't know, I may need to tinker around with the set, see what I can find, but at the end of the day I'm comfortable with it at the moment. So we'll see. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you found this video helpful, and I look forward to seeing you guys on track.